1, 2, 3, 4! Welcome to Cog Talk, a podcast brought to you by Cogstop Productions, home of podcasts, tabletop, and geek talk. 12 Years Hollow, the Cog Talk theme, is written and performed by Bear Ghost. To listen to this track and more, check out www.facebook.com/BearGhostAttacks. Hi, welcome to Cog Talk, a Cogstop Productions podcast. I'm Patrick.
I'm Josh.
I'm Mike.
And I'm Scott.
Yep. Joining us in the middle today is a good friend Mike Gibson. He already said hello.
Hello.
Yep. Really nothing, like, he doesn't have his own, like, comedy station or anything like that. He's not like Game on Eileen, but he is a fucking good guy. So we decided to have him on.
Thank you.
And he plays D&D with us, which makes him cool.
Does it? Yeah. I was gonna say, does it really make you cool to play D&D?
No. No, it doesn't.
I like how you're like lazy texting your quote, just doing half the work because they're supposed to be a set.
Well, I don't need the set
Who
because...
has two fucking hands? Make use of them. What about the people with one hand?
Yeah. Fuck him. I say, unless they're like Lieutenant Dan, I don't give a crap about how many limbs are missing.
No, see, like, people with only one hand, they use one hand, but they just, like, do single quotes on the outside, like this.
I just picture the word really small, so they. Anyways, thanks for tuning into our YouTube channel. But for those listening to the audio podcast, today we are recording from the iCloud. Yep, we're hoping that our naked pictures get leaked, like some other people, gets us famous.
Yeah.
It's really hard to actually get people to want to see us naked. Like every time that I post it, it gets tagged with Attack on Titan porn. So, I think I heard it from Josh. We're not even like a minute into this.
No, and again, all I see is the Titans running, and it's just our faces.
Oh yes.
Oh, somebody please.
Here we go.
A little bit like that.
I know Scott's gonna join me in imitating it, so that someone can just gift this out. There we go. For those that are listening to the audio podcast, you're really missing out on some visual, great humor. I mean, we're all pretty in this, but we just did something goofy. You guys need to watch our YouTube at youtube.com/CogstopProductions. On to topics. Let's talk about some movies. First of all, The Rock finally came clean with who he's playing as.
Shazam!
No.
I'm right.
Yep.
Black Adam.
Yep. Josh was right. The Rock will be Black Adam in the upcoming Shazam movie because he's not Captain Marvel anymore. He's Shazam.
He's his power.
He's Captain Marvel.
Yeah. Big Dick Rob was on Facebook first for this, and he made a great joke. He can't wait for the scene where it's Black Adam coming down. It's, "What's your name, son?" It doesn't matter what your name is. But I think it's a good role. What's your guys' opinion?
Like I said back then, I think it's going to be a fantastic role for him. He looks like the guy well enough. Because he's supposed to be this massive, dark-skinned guy. And I'm happy for him. And I'm happy I was right.
I would prefer him to be Captain Marvel. I think the goofy, childish nature would have been a better role.
He's not doing a Disney movie. Oh, wait.
Yeah, he is. It's Marvel. Oh, wait, no, it's not Marvel. It's DC.
Oh, so he's
It's DC done by New Line Cinema.
Yeah, so he's doing a Warner Brothers movie.
No,
most
it's
part.
New Line Cinema.
No, they can't make up their fucking mind with who does the DC movies.
Well, no. Warner Brothers has pretty much everything else, but this is New Line Cinema, so they're not even sure if Captain Marvel will cross over into the universe of the Justice League.
Well, yeah, because you have Superman and then Kid that is also a Superman.
Who can
But
beat
he's
the
back.
shit out of Superman?
Kinda, but
Magic.
Superman lobotomizes him.
What's your opinion on that, Mike? The Rock is Black Adam?
I like The Rock. To be honest, I have no idea who Black Adam is.
Well, he's black and his name's Adam.
Well, he's the original, Shazam, or Captain Marvel.
Oh, okay.
But he failed in his duties and became corrupted. and so it was like ejected into space so far away that it took him till present day, from like BC.
Yeah,
It was like
Two- yeah.
1000 BC?
It was it's like 1000 BC. So at this point, if he ever like uses his power word, he'll turn to dust.
Okay. Well, I mean, like I said, I can't really give a strong opinion on it, but I mean, I like The Rock as an actor, so there's kind of that going.
I gotta point that out. Sorry, it just dawned on me. Like, Superman throws Apocalypse like into the fucking sun. All these bad guys get launched into space all the time and are usually back within a week. But Black Adam's like the only one that actually had to go, fuck, I'm here, and just like walk back home. It's like when your parents left you at school and you were young and scared and you just didn't know what was going on.
Anyway,
And then there's a weird clown that comes by in a car and he's like, hey kid, wanna ride? And you're like, well, I kinda do, but you look kinda scary. He's like, don't worry, I'm not scary, I have candy. And then you feel really sleepy after the candy.
Can you please leave that with your therapist?
Okay. No, it's like when your parents like left you at school, or like you had to find a way home from school, and it's that long walk of like, fuck, I didn't want to have to walk back, and you're like trudging your way back. He had to do that for 1,000 years.
yeah, that's the basics of him. He believes he's better than humanity because he has that power. Alright, it's not the Captain Marvel and Black Adam aren't things well within my range of thought.
Okay.
Just know this, Captain Marvel can take down Superman. He can definitely hold his own. And I believe in a full-on fight, Superman would win, but
Lobotomy, like ranged lobotomy.
Well, that's if Superman were to go to that extent of trying to kill someone.
You can lobotomize someone without killing them.
You're essentially killing someone when you lobotomize them.
Not really.
Yeah.
Not entirely. They're not dead. They're
They
just
might
not
as well
old.
be.
Yeah, I agree. In other movie news, Super Troopers 2.
Yes, the script is done.
Yep, they announced that they want to get the second Super Troopers out. And of course, it's going to have our man Jack Vale in there. He just won an Extremely Award for Jack Vale Films.
Congratulations to him.
Yeah, big congrats. Notorious prankster on YouTube. Favorite thing is the pooter, which you can pretty much get. He just hands them out like fucking candy nowadays. But yeah, they said the script's done, and they're planning on doing a Kickstarter for it, which I think that they've got the audience to back it up. Like, to get that movie fully funded. Fuck pets. I think they have the funding to get that. I think they have the fan base to get that done. Like, if Penn Jillette can get director's cut done by being a Vegas magician, and a genuinely fucking great guy.
Yeah.
The original Super Troopers had such a fucking cult following that it should be no problem that they get this movie done.
More so than their other movie.
Did the original Super Troopers not like have a backing of a studio?
If I remember correctly, the original Super Troopers got released on DVD by a studio, but when it first came out, it was a really kind of indie film. Because it's the guys from Broken Lizard. And they started off with pretty much nothing. It was just a couple guys with an idea, with some cameras. I mean, if you notice, the movie doesn't really have any big names. I think there's one. I can't remember who.
Oh, so it's not even going to be any part of like the original cast.
Oh no, it's gonna be all the original cast. But I'm saying when it first came out, those guys were pretty much nobodies.
Okay. All right.
Like, those guys didn't have any. They didn't seem to have any huge roles, any breakout roles. And the Super Troopers hit, and they became like, for the moments that they had it, the fucking Seth Rogen, James Franco, fucking the fat one that's not skinny, Jonah Hill. I totally blanked on his name. You change your body shape by like fucking a whole circumference. Like, if you lose a face of your body, I don't remember your name. I'm sorry, Jonah.
He's gonna be so hurt.
He'll be fine.
Is there any word on Potfest?
On Potfest?
You know, they did Beer Fest. It led into a possible sequel.
I think that was just rumor that somebody started. I don't think that was ever a real thing that was going to happen.
Either that, or maybe it came out like every National Lampoon movie comes out now.
Just
Where it's like, by the way,
straight to
they've
DVD.
got like a ninth Van Wilder. Come watch it.
And 10 years later, you're like, oh, I didn't know they did this.
Yeah.
What do you think that Super Troopers can do now? Like, they already did the big drug bust and they became cops, so technically they'd kind of be super coppers.
Save
Terrorists.
the president.
Terrorists?
Terrorists.
Save the president.
I'm liking these ideas.
To be honest, I feel like it's just gonna be because this was just kind of like the first one was just so goofy and ridiculous. They shouldn't have actually done that pot bust or anything like that. Like, to actually top that is probably just gonna be so ridiculous it might actually flop.
And I think that it's going to be like Reno 911 Miami, the Reno 911 movie, where it's like they get caught up in this huge fucking thing. Like, the best part of that, going back to The Rock, was when every cop's trapped inside have you seen the movie? No? Okay. Reno 911 is the awesome TV series following Reno cops. But it's a gag thing. It's done in the style of Cops, but they're all very horrible at their jobs. And Reno 911 Miami was the movie version. And they got invited to a national cop convention. And so they all went, and it turns out that their invitations weren't supposed to go out to them, so they didn't get permitted into the convention center with all the other police. But someone let out like a contagion in the fucking convention center that pretty much is like infected everyone in the convention center, and it's in quarantine. So now every cop in Miami is off the streets, except for the Reno 911.
Oh, God.
But they made it better because it's a guest appearance by The Rock, and he's like the SWAT team leader that was also outside of it. And he's going over gun protocol with him, and he takes out a grenade and pulls the pin. And he's talking about how like life is like a grenade and stuff like that, and he's giving a big analogy about it, and he drops it. And everyone freaks out. He's like, no, it's fine, come on, it's just flashbang, and stuff like that, and he goes to pick it up, and he kicks it away, he's like, and he goes to walk over and picks it up, and he kicks it one more time, and it blows up in a fucking tent, and you just see guts everywhere. And it's like, so now The Rock's dead also. And it's just them going through Miami in their usual fashion, but there's a big overlying plot of pretty much like who did this to the center and how are they going to stop it.
Wow.
And it's so great. There's Patton Oswalt, there's Nick Swartzen, who I'm not a big fan of his comedy, but his characters are fine. And it was just such a great movie. So anyways, I think Super Troopers should do something like that. Now that I've summarized a whole nother fucking movie for you.
You're so good at this, Pat.
I am excellent. I am a master at this art. Another movie news. Shadow of the Colossus. Yes.
What?
Mike's jaw just hit the table. Yep. They're talking about a Shadow of the Colossus movie. It sounds like the guy who made Mama is going to be directing it.
Yeah.
Which Mama was like an okay hit. Like, I only know it because a coworker of mine, for some reason, liked to imitate the trailer, but only the part where they say Mama. And it was the weirdest thing. That's the only thing I got from the movie. But a Shadow of the Colossus movie should be amazing.
It's
Yes.
gonna be like a multi-part series, like 1, Breaching the Colossus. 2,
Climbing the Colossus.
So it's just gonna be like 3 movies for each Colossus or something?
Oh,
Like they
There's
have to
16
reach.
Colossuses, isn't there?
I only got through about 5 in the game before I was like,
8 movies.
I can't, like I had to move on to the next game.
In this one, if Michael Bay made it, they would make a Mega Colossus at the end of it.
Just a
Like
big
the remaining-
mechanical, just
Yeah, the-
fire and explosions.
The remaining 8 would be like someone's hunting us down.
Morphin time.
Yeah, Colossuses roll out. And that was just a bigger thing to fucking climb and stab your sword. And like, I don't get why these guys still have this spot.
You know, you'd think after the 3rd time I had to do this, somebody would have learned to cover that up.
I wonder if they will make it so that way it's like a big epic hero, or if they're gonna make it how players actually played it, where you got to like probably got the abdomen or the shoulders, and it was like, fuck.
I'm assuming it's going to be, it'll probably be something kind of like the, underlying hero, so it's not gonna be somebody who's super fucking amazing, but it's just like a struggle.
You're
Kinda
the one
like-
that found the sword.
Yeah.
Go take care of it.
So basically, like
I
how
don't
it was
know.
supposed to be in the actual game, where you weren't probably supposed to fall off like that every time. So it's probably gonna be like one of those things. He gets to that point, is like it's just gonna be a huge struggle scene.
No, it's going to be like, and by the way, for all the players who played the game wrong during this part, this is how it's actually supposed to look. It just doesn't climb. It's the shortest part of the entire climb.
If they're making a Shadow of the Colossus movie, I stand by that. They have to make a Dark Souls movie where it's just a guy constantly dying.
Oh.
They could even make it like a comedy where there's like, oh, I've been through my troubles, and it's just like a guy walking down the same hallway, and it's like 30 quick shot deaths of him being hit by like rocks.
Wait, so would it be something like Cabin in the Woods or something? Wasn't that like comedy horror movie I'm thinking of?
Yeah, with Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but I think that was the movie that I was talking about. So like Dark Souls would be something like
I
that.
haven't seen it, but I think that was the movie that I'm supposed to be talking about.
I haven't seen a lot of movies, as you guys know.
Yeah,
You're always like,
we forgive you.
you need to like write me
You've
up
seen
on
the
this.
right ones. You've seen Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, you're already kind of
You
Scott.
got way
You've
fucking
seen
quiet.
Pulp Fiction, right?
No.
That's the end of our episode, folks. We gotta go lynching. We'll
I keep
forgive
meaning to.
you because your girlfriend has seen Pulp Fiction.
I don't know if she's seen it or not.
We've talked about it.
Yeah, she has.
Oh, she has seen it?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I told her about one of our upcoming projects. Enough said on that. Nothing more. But yeah, so we'll forgive you by proximity.
Why? I like it. He has no excuse. She has no excuse for not showing it.
There really is no excuse because it's on Netflix now. So I really should watch it.
Stop
but I just
bragging.
keep forgetting.
Nerd.
It's only twice a week.
6 hours a day.
No, 6 hours a week, 3 hours a day.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Boo. You know what might solve this problem? Chips.
Chips?
Segways.
But they have to be good tasting chips.
Unlike what Josh found.
Oh.
Completely unlike what Josh
I-
found.
Lace, why do you do this? You have this great idea for a contest. You know, give us a flavor. That's fantastic. But you introduce a chip called cappuccino, which, by the way, thanks to the page, I actually know the name of the person who's responsible for this
Fuck that
abomination and their picture. Chad Scott. You need to go see a doctor. Something's wrong with your taste buds.
No, you need to go see an executionist.
No.
No, we don't want because we
But
see
no!
his face. That's very cruel. Maybe this guy just really likes cappuccino.
So I'm gonna
That's a
pretend you
chip.
said elocutionist, like the
Executionist? I was hoping when you would pick that out.
like elocutionist. It's like for.
I have no idea what you're trying to say.
Yeah,
I said executionist.
I know what you said. I want to pretend you said something else.
So was this a contest that like users voted for?
Everyone can.
Like,
It's on Facebook.
People
press
can
the
now
save
vote
button.
for it and decide which
You can-
flavor is kept.
So you can text, Vine. It's all there.
Wait, so how
And
did this
Instagram.
flavor become like?
Top 4?
To give
Yeah.
everyone an update on what's going on, Lays had a
Another.
give us a flavor, I think is the name of the contest, or do
Yeah.
us a flavor.
You do us a flavor.
And you got to submit flavors, and 4 people are finalists. The 4 finalists are cheddar bacon mac and cheese, mango salsa,
That actually sounds
wasabi ginger,
Hmm.
and cappuccino.
Mm.
And these are the 4. These are the final 4. And I'm not sure which one. Like if they're all going to be made, or if like only one will be made. It says that they're finalists. I'm not sure if there's like a bar.
I know that you can buy the cappuccino one right now. I've seen them in stores.
Yeah, you can buy all these right
To
now,
taste them, yeah.
and you can figure out which one you want them to keep.
I'm wondering if it was like a contest where, like, 4chan gets involved in something and like they
They're just like
make it-
cappuccino.
Yeah, no, and they make shit happen. Maybe they saw the cappuccino and like somebody somewhere was just like, okay, we're making cappuccino a thing, and so that's why it's on the top 4.
I would not throw it past them because we've all seen in recent days, 4chan has a lot of power,
A lot of
and we bow down to our internet overlords.
Well, they kind of were the ones that gave birth to the internet in a way.
to trolls.
Well, yeah.
We don't call them that. We call them sir. But yeah, so there's these 3 good flavors in cappuccino. And I don't know about you guys, but like cappuccino to me is like on par with like, we have a new baby diaper chip. Like it just sounds like a fucking awful flavor for a potato chip.
It just looks like the chip itself, because they have it on the back, looks like it's sprinkled with brown.
Like,
It is-
like
It looks like someone dusted some shit on there.
Like we've got a new brown seasoning.
Wait, so has anybody actually tried the cappuccino chip yet?
No.
I'm terrified.
We'll probably try them today because we've got D&D right afterwards.
So we're just gonna go out and pick all 4 of these and then
I don't
try
know.
them?
The only ones I've seen are the mango salsa and cappuccino. I haven't seen the other 2 in stores.
Well, we'll see if we can find them. We'll try and get them. We'll actually tweet out our review of each chip.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm thinking is when you think of chips, you think like salty, right?
Yeah,
you don't
salty,
think
savory.
something sweet. So that's probably why we're so afraid to try it, because cappuccino is something sweet.
It's coffee.
But
Coffee.
think
Coffee.
think
Coffee.
But
No,
you-
you don't get the words. I take your words away.
Josh is always so kind to our
I
guests.
know.
Every single one of them.
I'm nice to Corey.
Hey, a bunch of Corey's kids.
I do want to say
Nothing to
that
do with it. I respect her opinions. Mike, not so.
You didn't even let me get my opinion out.
It was already shit from the beginning.
the last time Liz did this, do you remember who the winner was? Chicken and waffles.
Oh,
and that
goddamn,
chip
that's right.
was disgusting. I don't understand. The other ones had to have been worse if that's what won.
Well, no, because the other ones were like garlic parmesan.
How did that not win?
It was garlic parmesan, and I want to say it was like habanero or something. It was a nice spicy one. And chicken and waffles won.
See, the
God
chicken
damn
and
it.
waffles, it sounded awesome. When I first saw it, I was like, oh my god, I have to try this. And I tried it, and I was like, what the fuck is this? It tastes like nothing like chicken and waffles.
I think that maybe Lay's is.
conversation before.
Yeah.
I think maybe Lay's is trying to be like the KFC of chips. Because if you look at other places, it's like, what do you have, McDonald's? It's like, we have a jalapeno top burger. It's like, okay, that sounds pretty good. That sounds fair. Hey, wait, what do you have? We now have, like teriyaki ginger beef. Oh, that sounds pretty good. That sounds pretty good. What do you have, KFC? And KFC's like, we took a chicken thing and we put cheese and then we put another chicken thing.
Okay, that was fucking delicious though.
That was fucking awful. And you're the skinniest fucker here, and you ate the double down.
The double down was the most delicious thing that
Oh,
KFC ever put out. Oh my god.
Okay, YouTube, you can see this. Mike is half the mass of anyone at this table.
At least.
But from the 3 fat guys at the table, I have never had the double down. Josh, have you had the double down?
No.
Scott, have you had the double down?
I can't believe you guys never
Scott
tried
is
the double
also
down.
black! Do you not realize that Mike Scott is fat and black, and you gave him 2 chicken breasts and a fucking piece of cheese, and he
There
said,
was bacon.
and bacon. That's a heart attack. They're prone to that. And Scott still said, nah man, not doing that. But you did.
I did, and I loved it.
You should be filled with regret.
No.
And cholesterol.
It was, oh dude, that was, I don't even, there's no more words that I can get out.
Yeah. By the way, not KFC, Baskin Robbins.
Oh,
31
yeah.
flavors of chips.
And there's like some that are great where it's like French vanilla. Yes, this is a real flavor. I will have this.
French
And the other
vanilla
one's like,
chips?
well, no, like Baskin Robbins.
Oh, okay.
It's like French vanilla. This sounds like a chip. I shall have this. Or a ton of a bitch. You got me all fired up about fucking KFC. And now I can't even fucking focus for the goddamn chips or ice cream. You broke me.
You just never thought you would
Cappuccino
hear
chips
those
suck.
words that somebody loved the double down.
It doesn't. like KFC's food's just depressing. The bowl, the Patton Oswalt does a great bit about the fucking KFC bowl, where it's like you just have, what do you guys have here at KFC? And it's like, well, we've got chicken that's hand breaded and fried, and we've got corn, crisp, juicy corn. We got this this nice salty, savory gravy, mashed potatoes, like freshly whipped and stuff like that. It's like I'll have it all. It's like, okay, do you want it like a like a meal? It's like just put it all in a fucking bowl. Just put it all in a bowl and give me a spoon and I'll eat it like a fucking fat fuck. It's like, don't give me it in portions like an adult. Just give me it in a fucking bowl. You are that person.
Yes. Fact.
You worry the fuck out of me. The fact that you're that small, but you probably eat worse than any of us.
I do. I can guarantee that even my
That's
girlfriend.
unfair. I see now.
Even my girlfriend is like, why is it that you just sit on your lazy ass all day and you don't gain any weight?
I can't wait till his metabolism shuts down at like 30.
Yeah,
And it's just like, boom!
You'll be the new guy.
Just gonna blow up like a balloon.
like for the audio
Right once
podcast,
it's-
to give Mike's like anatomy right, he's somewhere between McLovin and fucking Michael Cera.
Or 5'10", 145 pounds.
Yeah. Okay. So he's lanky. He's like a small Bo Burnham.
If you poke him in the stomach, you can see your finger out the back.
As we figured out earlier.
And this man will eat like a waffle rolled up in a pizza. And
Actually
weigh
sounds
like
pretty good.
139 pounds afterwards. Like it will cause him to
He'll
lose
lose
weight.
weight eating it.
You know what? This is time for a plug. I'm doing a plug. We don't have any. That was actually correct. I don't know why I stopped myself. We do not have a plug this week officially besides our Amazon link on cogstockproductions.com/cogtalk episodes. Click the Amazon link, give us some money by ordering. But I did want to plug something out there, and that is the Whiskey Brothers. They have a Kickstarter going on. We donated $25 to an excellent podcast, great comedy group. They're trying to get their first stand-up special live from Houston, just on there. If you guys haven't listened to them, praisewhiskey.com or iTunes, just check out the Whiskey Brothers. These guys are fucking hilarious. More hilarious than us, I dare say.
Man, ever since you forgot his name.
John Wesley, yeah, I ever since I forgot John Wesling's name on episode 3, I think it was, 3 or 4.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I've been in permanent debt to him. Like, he called it out. I actually had to sign paperwork saying I name drop him every month. I did not have
Oh,
to
so
sign
that
any.
explains a lot.
Yeah, I did not have to sign any paperwork for John
No.
Westling of the Whiskey Brothers. No.
He just said it and it happened.
Yep. Like, I felt so bad for that mistake. Like, they're great guys, and I'm plugging them out of genuine, like, just awe of them. But a little bit of me still feels bad about forgetting his name.
Dude, pretty sure you're just more terrified by the threat that was made. Oh, no, that you promised butt slavery. That's what you're afraid of.
Yeah, I'm really afraid that he's gonna call us out on it.
Call him out on it.
No, please.
Call him out on it.
No, well, to be fair, he'd have to listen to 30 minutes of this in order to call me out on it.
I'll tell him exactly when to.
You bastard. I'm gonna force feed you double downs.
That's okay. You guys can go borrow my Shack and Flagstaff.
Segue. So, Geekology.com had the best video ever. It's been a while. It was earlier this month. Not sure the exact day that it came out, but I'm gonna throw some things into a word story for you and see if this is something you'll enjoy. Russian car camps. Road rage. SpongeBob SquarePants. Mickey Mouse. Scrap from Ice Age. And Thumper. Brawl. Now that I let you process those words, we have a video. It was taken from a Russian car cam, August 30th. And what happens in this video, you can probably see a GIF of it right above Josh and Mike right now, is a van bumps another van. Guy from van A gets out and starts causing troubles with van B. And in van B, a parade of fucking mascots come out. Specifically Mickey Mouse, SpongeBob, Thumper, and Scrat from Ice Age. And proceed to beat the shit out of this guy.
It's fucking glorious, man.
They jump out, they knock him to the ground, they start stomping the hell out of him, they get in the van and take off. And it's like a nightmare. Like if you gave this to a child and let them see it, it's nightmare fuel. SpongeBob wouldn't do that. He blew bubbles in. Sorry, I'm just singing SpongeBob now. Like, I'm gonna kick your ass. Ah! Yeah, we better kick his ass, huh? But it's weird to see it because all these characters have big fucking smiley faces, and it's just straight down a street fight. But it's Russian. And underneath every one of these costumes, there's still an angry Russian person.
Welcome to the new
Most
age.
likely drunk too.
Oh, that's a stereotype. But then again, I said you were getting double down, so I will call my own bullshit.
I already said the name of the song. Welcome to the new age. I just want that as like the background music for this, because it'd be the same thing as the actual music video.
I was thinking of Tiny Tim, like the ba 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 ba.
Because you'll just slow down. Both are bad.
Both would be horrible. Personally, I think the video is staged, but it's still just the imagery of it.
But see, if it's not staged, I want to know what was going on in his mind after he got his ass kicked by all four of these characters. Why did he get up and start banging on their car again? As they were trying to drive away.
You're driving away, huh?
Yeah, it's like, it's like, I know you just beat the shit out of me and I'm laying on the ground like a little girl, but I'm still gonna try and get some.
No. Asshole! Go back to Bikini Bottom! I don't know why my Russian guy's Italian.
The moment he looks in the driver's side window and sees mascots hold a car, because I just imagine him like all peering around the driver as he's peering in.
His first thought isn't to get back in his car and drive away. It's to antagonize these people.
This guy has obviously, the guy that's getting beat, has never played GTA 5. Because every citizen of Liberty City or wherever the fuck you are in that game would know. Like, as soon as you see someone that's dressed abnormal,
Run.
That guy has an Uzi, and after he's done playing golf, he's gonna fuck your shit up.
Or if he just wants to have some fun, he's gonna throw a sticky bomb on your car.
Yeah, and then go back to playing golf. That's all I did in that game was play golf.
Seriously?
Yeah! Like,
I still haven't even played the game yet. I need to.
There was golf.
You turned it into golf simulator.
It was the most fun part of that game!
They have so many different simulations of that game.
Like, besides the multiplayer aspect, which took forever to get out, the most fun I had in that game was actually playing the mini games in it. And it's like, I think it's because I've been on top of a car butt-ass naked firing a chain gun into the crowds of, a sunny city. But I haven't played the perfect round of golf.
It's Los Santos.
It's Los Santos is the name of the city?
Yeah.
Yeah, Scott's finally said it like, motherfucker. Motherfucker.
I've watched enough of the heists that I know it's Los Santos.
Good shit. Like, what character combination would make this scarier? Like, other than SpongeBob, Mickey Mouse.
A clown. Just a clown.
Like, just a clown in the mix of them?
Yeah, just a big-headed clown.
See, in my mind, it would be scarier if it was Ninja Turtles. Because not only is it a mascot thing, but now they're coordinated.
No, but then you expect to see an ass whooping. You don't expect that.
Not you as the victim. If I was bumping into a car and causing shit and for some reason decided to let my road rage finally spill the blood of the innocent, I would not expect 4 Ninja Turtles to jump out of the van that I'm pissing off going, okay, motherfucker, let's do this.
But see, you would expect that if they're jumping out of the, like, you wouldn't expect to see them, but if they're jumping out of the car, you're like, I'm
Shit
fucked.
runs.
Yeah, like I am about to get my ass kicked by a turtle.
But this, you're like, what's going on? Oh shit, I'm getting hit. What is going on? Why is this happening?
I taste copper.
I taste copper and fucking sponge.
Oh.
Can we put SpongeBob and these guys like in American History X for the shower scene?
Yes.
Oh, it's what gets him sent to prison. It's the curb stop.
Oh, like he curb stops Thumper and then like in prison, like, oh. Curb stop Bandy's mom.
No. SpongeBob is Edward Norton.
I'm just picturing SpongeBob with fucking chiseled abs and stuff like that, leaning back with a big fucking swastika tattoo on his chest that he had. It's the most offensive thing I've ever thought of in my fucking life. Like, I've seen pictures of SpongeBob as Hitler, but that's not as offensive as SpongeBob as American History X Edward Norton. Mike, this is another movie you haven't seen. I can tell by your face.
But I know who you're talking. I know what you're talking about. I've seen the picture on those lists of movies that you need to see, and it's always
But
Edward
clearly you
Norton,
don't listen
like
to.
with his shirt off.
It's actually a really good movie. Like, it's a nice.
Oh yeah, especially the last line. Life's too short to be angry all the time.
Tell that to Sammy.
In video game news, segue,
Yes.
segue,
Are we?
segue,
Guess
Oh,
what's
yeah.
coming out tomorrow? Not tomorrow us, tomorrow for you.
and that is Destiny,
Oh yeah.
which I know is your wet dream. It would be my wet dream if I had a next gen system.
Nope, 360. Comes out for the 360 as well.
And
That's
PS3.
great. Oh, and PS3.
And PS3.
Okay, now it's on my radar.
I always forget that you don't have a 360
No,
anymore.
I got a PS3. Like that's been my bread and butter. I've got my little Diablo. I'm having fun.
We won't even go into that right now.
We
No,
will
right
go
now.
into that.
Nope, now that you've brought it up.
But later. Right now, Destiny coming out.
Be bossed around by a midget.
Yep. No, but it's the same thing as Borderlands. I mean, think about it, Claptrap.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even think about it that way.
Yeah.
It's like basically Borderlands with better graphics, or no, I shouldn't say better graphics, better looking.
Self-shading versus.
Yeah. I
You
didn't. You
get no words.
I
You
get
get no
it.
words.
I
No words.
understand.
What did I say? No words.
For those playing the home game, we've had an ongoing argument with Mike for PC versus console.
Oh my god.
And he
that's-
thinks
that
he's going
doesn't
to
even
win.
know. That's not even part of this argument right now. That was just a misword on my part. Because I love the way that Borderlands looks. I love it. And I get pissed
It's not
at people
even
that
ba-
tell me that Borderlands has shitty graphics.
You still failed, so no words. Let Pat continue.
I should have said it so
Hey,
more
what did I
realistic.
say?
Because Destiny comes out on Tuesday.
Do you do you guys think that this is going to be a 10-year game, like you're projecting?
Yes, I've been keeping up a little bit with what Bungie's doing and how they're planning out their DLC. And they're for the first 2 years, they plan on a new DLC every 3 months, and then after that, they're going to push it to every 6 to 9 months.
Mike, you look like you got something to say.
Yeah, I think
No worries.
No, I think the every 3 months deal is gonna burn out real quick, and I think the fact that they're going every 3 months, they're gonna push a lot of players behind because you're obviously gonna have to pay for every DLC pack that they come out with, and every 3 months, you really want to spend $20 to $30 on a new DLC?
You're thinking high price for the DLC.
Well, what are their plans? Is it
Right now, it's looking like $5 to $7
for the DLC?
for the first 2 years because they're doing it so fast, and they don't want to burn people out on buying them.
Okay.
That it'll be cheaper, and it's not going to, like in multiplayer, it won't necessarily set you behind in combat. You're not going to have an advantage unless you go to one of their playlists where players have advantages by levels. If you go into an equalized match, everybody's equal. They scale everyone to the same.
But where's the competitive state in that?
I'm the
playing on a
best
lower.
average Joe. Fuck y'all.
I'm the best at playing on the levels down from the max. Like, I'm not buying it.
No, they're not.
They also
leveling
are
down. They're powering weapons down. So you can have a level 50
Everyone
weapon,
has 11 damage.
but if it's a shotgun that is a plasma, or let's say it's a plasma railgun, the plasma railgun is going to do the same spectrum of damage as one in of a lower level of the same class.
Yeah, but why would I want to go down and play in that lower level if I've got the better
If you
stuff?
have friends that aren't where you are, then you can go play with them in multiplayer. But for you can go into one that is set for you. They're going to have multiple multiplayer stages so that you can either play at your level, at lower levels, or at every level.
I don't know. I'm not buying it all that much.
There's
It's
no
gonna be
king, so I'm not.
Well, and also the fact that they're billions of dollars in the hole, I think that's why they're trying to shove out all these DLCs to try and make up the money that they've probably already lost.
Do you say they're billions of dollars in the hole?
Well, they spent, what was it, 500, or not billions, I'm sorry, I think it was $500 million that they put towards it?
Yeah, I think that's about right.
Yeah.
Did they put 500 million?
Yeah, it's a huge budget.
This is
or it
Bungie's-
wasn't even their budget, it was way past what they wanted to spend.
This is Bungie's first game away from Microsoft, which is why Sony is getting a lot of timed exclusive. They get things before Microsoft does, and this is their first push out. So they're taking out all the stops. They're just like fucking go.
It disappoints me a little bit that they got to spend $500,000 or $500 million on a video game. And there are times in my life where I struggle to buy a $1.60 Coke. I'm just saying.
Well, you gotta understand they were buying $1.60 Cokes for the entire office.
This is true.
Isn't Bungie all of 13, 14 people?
Every
Well, I'm
day.
sure they've
Oh no,
expanded
they're
way.
a lot bigger since Halo came out.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure
Like,
they were a lot
probably
bigger.
started-
No, I heard. I thought it was after the 343 split that they powered down to 20.
Yeah, no, because a lot of the people that were already in Bungie that wanted to keep doing Halo went to 343.
Right.
And so they had a smaller group at Bungie, so they had to rebuild.
Okay, so
Yeah.
they did hiring.
Yeah, oh yeah, no, they brought in more people.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
With the game coming out, blah 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 blah. I totally lost what I was about to say. Buffering.
No
Buffering. We've already discussed whether we thought it was going to be a 10-year game. What do you think is going to qualify as DLC for them? Do you think it's going to be like Borderlands, where it's here's DLC, here's a whole new map, here's a whole new storyline, here's a whole new adventure to go on? Or do you think it's going to be like Bioshock Infinite, when they first came out with their first DLC, it was like, hey, here's your new DLC after waiting, 4 or 5 months, and it was Horde mode. And it's like, fuck.
I think the DLC is going to be a combination of the Borderlands style, where you're getting different planets or different sections of a planet to go to, mixed with
Skins.
well, yeah, skin and weapon DLCs, things like that, but faction game types. So when they had the beta, there was the Iron Clan. It was the last couple of days that you could go in and do these Iron Clan achievements or challenges and get new armors for them. That was a little taste of what they're going to be doing. So it's like, here's a DLC and here's a new, the Black Widow clan, so you can go through, do their challenges, become a member of them, and you get this specialized armor that you can only get by doing it. Specialized weapons only by doing it.
So what, like daily quests or weekly quests and stuff like that for them?
Well, yeah, it sounds like rep. It's a rep grind.
Now, are you going to be able to get every guild, or do you think that you're going to have to lock into a guild to be their thing? Or is it going to be like Skyrim, where it's like, I just happen to be the archmage of the, mages college, plus the best, warrior, plus the best thief, and also I kill people with Assassin's Guild.
I imagine it would be something kind of like World of Warcraft. It's like, well, you only have so many daily quests that you can do in a day.
So
So
you have to
pick your favorite
choose.
and then finish their rep grind,
Oh, but
and
now that
then go to the
you
next one.
but now that you raised your rep with these people, here's the opposing faction, and they think you're an asshole now.
and balance it out. I'm not sure how that's going to work. I haven't seen anything on that. But I would like to see a balance of it where you can do everything, either be the best in this one or balance out to be average in all.
Yeah, it's probably something like, hey, if you join the Black Dickies, you can't join the Tan Khakis.
Can we make Macy's the best neighborhood?
Yes.
Because that's what it feels like.
Could you just imagine if you went up somewhere, like you're buying pants, and then you hand in Black Dickies and tan khakis, and they're like, sorry, but we can't sell you these together. You have to choose.
So right now I'm picturing like polo shirts and dress shirts going down an alley at each other, like the Jets versus the Sharks. Just oh, come on, Mike! No Pulp Fiction, no American History X, and no West Side Story?
I'm more upset at Scott,
I know West Side
that's a
Story, but I
musical.
haven't seen. If it's a musical, then I definitely haven't seen it because I fucking hate musicals.
When I was in theater and we were doing choir, we were forced to do the West Side Story dances, and I fucking hated it.
This is it. That's all
It doesn't
we're
matter.
asking.
Anything West Side Story pisses me off.
You'll fall in love with a rich girl. I guess.
Maria, story of the West Side Story. Growing up in Spanish Harlem, living a life just Santana.
Santana would never play guitar with you.
Well, duh. I'm not Chad Kroger. I don't have ramen noodles for hair. He only plays it with every other fucking musician in the world besides the guy who's not a musician in the slightest. I play guitar, but I'm not a musician.
Well, no, he doesn't do anything with bass on it.
Good. Because it'd be Bota Anna with a really sick Spanish guitar riff. And it would just be creepy.
You would love it.
So creepy. So, let's start an argument in our last 5 minutes. Mike can already sense what's coming up.
And I'm so excited because I'm not the target.
The argument is, what shape is Scott's head? I'm totally fucking with you. It is consoles versus PCs.
I was going pineapple.
I swear to God, this is the only reason they invited me on today. Was
Yes.
because they wanted to do this.
So, we will go down the line and we'll get everyone's opinion.
No worries.
Josh, go.
It's consoles.
Why?
Uniformity.
Good. Mike,
PCs.
why?
More immersion into my game. Immersion. Am I using the right? I don't know.
This is
I'm
why
using-
I
I'm
win these
trying-
arguments with Mike. I'm not.
Scott.
Also, I was kind of blindsided by this.
That's the whole reason it's on my little board. And once we knew that you were coming over, it's like, let's not tell Mike we're gearing up to do this in the last bit. We're going to save it till the end, let him get Mike warmed up. We'll let Mike get on the mic. And then once he's warmed up, we're going to blindside him.
I was feeling safe and comfortable.
This is not a safe place.
Console.
Why?
Preference. I can't stand PC.
Okay.
Just, I don't like the way the games feel.
And I am also a console gamer. So, it's like you're the lone jet in a whole pack of sharks. Using a game that we're all familiar with, Diablo 3, why do you think the console is better than the PC, Scott?
I haven't played enough of Diablo.
You've played 19 hours of that game.
Have we played 19 hours of
Yes.
that?
Yes, we have. It doesn't seem like that to you, Scott, because you spent fucking 10 hours in a menu looking at your fucking stats of the while the rest of us sit there and twiddle our fucking thumbs.
Just because I want a flag that looks nice doesn't mean anything.
Oh my, really? Like, it takes 10 minutes to do.
No, it doesn't. Not for Scott. There's times where Scott's in a menu and people leave. Like, we just put our controllers down and leave.
If you
Scott
want to
will
make a
be-
flag,
And we can
do
still
it on
come
your
back
own
and
time.
I don't have the game. I can't do it on my own time.
Then say, hey guys, like, just give me some time to come over, play your game, and I'm gonna make my flag.
I would not hold that against Scott. Nor would I, like, doubt that he would actually do that. Where he's like, I just want to come over and make a flag.
It's so sad.
But yeah, there's so much time you spend on the goddamn menus. Like, as soon as you pick up an item and you go into the menu, me, Josh, and Brian all look at each other like, fuck.
Because you don't like quick scan, like this number's higher. Like, there's bars that go up or down at the bottom. They tell you whether it's better, and you're just like,
You all thought that Mike was getting the blind side.
Okay, the reason I do that is because the buffs that it gives you are different, and I need to figure out which one I want for my character at what time.
Not necessarily.
Yes. Do I want to get more XP per kill or more gold per kill? Do I want increased weapon attack speed or do I want defense? I don't know.
Look at the item level. Is the item level higher? Yes. Does it
Sometimes
work
that
for
doesn't
my
matter.
class? I'm picking it.
Sometimes it doesn't matter.
For the most part, it does.
But you'll notice that right away. Where it's like, this is an axe that lets you throw axes. And those axes have axes. And the other weapon's like, this weapon
Well, that would be a
named
legendary.
Steve.
Actually, that would probably be the legendary.
That he got it. He has a hammer that does axes.
No, a sword.
A sword that does axes.
A sword that throws piercing axes for 270.
Oh, I thought you said a weapon called Steve. I was like, that would probably be your legendary. Because they have really weird names.
I like console over PC because I do like the shared loot as opposed to everybody getting their own.
Yeah, but that's a split screen.
That's-
I'm sure that if PC had the ability to split screen,
From what I can tell, it's console. Because I've been
watching
watching
console can split screen.
Well, no, I've been watching it on Twitch where people are playing online with people, and they're doing it's a shared loot.
Okay, here we go. The reason why it works that way is because we're all sharing the same screen. In the actual game, like when you play online with people, the loot drops individual to you. So, like if you open a chest, I might find a club and a shield in that chest, and you on the other end might find like a sword and a dagger. But it's isolated from each other. We can't see each other's loot. The only reason why we share loot in the other game, in the split screen, is because we all are seeing the same screen.
What I'm saying though is that I've seen where people have been playing online, not split screen, opened up a chest, one person picks it up, and it's split through the party, but they're not playing with people.
Wait, what's split through the party though?
The loot that was
gold?
picked up. No, not the gold.
No,
The-
see
the
that
loot
doesn't
that's picked up.
happen though.
I've seen it.
It
I
doesn't.
I don't know what you're seeing then because I play online all the time. I've got a couple of friends that play online. Like you
play PC,
only
shut up.
exactly.
but
That's
I'm
my
telling you
point.
from-
Is
no,
that's
I'm
not
tell-
what happens. On
Okay,
PC.
then I'm gonna go back and watch it because that's what I think was happening, but I'll have to look at it.
Oh no,
again.
like one person opens the chest and everyone has an item pop out.
And like you could even it's even to the point where I could get 1,000 gold out of that chest, and my buddy who's playing with me only gets like 500.
But yeah, I know the coins.
But that's my point is like the loot is completely different between both.
It's
people.
not split up, it just happens to pop up.
I'm
different.
naming my tumor Scott.
I'm a tumor. I'm a tumor.
Yes, you are.
I've already I just said I'm going to go back and look at it again.
Please do.
Because you're wrong.
Mike,
At this point, I'm just trying to piss you guys off.
why would Diablo 3 be better on the PC as opposed to the console? Please go.
Well, first off, I actually like the idea of having separate loot per person, but I can see why on console you guys all need to share it because you're all sharing a screen, right?
Yeah, we were playing a
Yeah.
split screen, but I know Josh and I own the game, him for the 360, me for the PS3, and we play online with other people
Okay.
because we have friends outside.
But so if you guys play online, is it single loot or split loot?
Go ahead.
So if you're playing online with somebody, is it single loot or is it shared?
It's single. So like I open the chest, I have my items. You know, the person that's playing with me has their items that I have.
Okay. Well, honestly, the reason why I prefer Diablo 3 on PC is just I like the way it feels better on PC, like with the keyboard and mouse, compared to using a controller.
Yeah.
It's all there, it's ergonomics.
Well, I assume that the spells are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, it's 1, 2, 3, or 4. Or wait, is there? I thought there was only 4 spells.
There's 6 on the console. How many are there on the PC?
Right trigger, right bumper, X, Y, B, A.
Maybe I'm thinking of it wrong. I don't know.
You might be.
I haven't played it in a few months.
But have you got to endgame? So you might even not be at the level. Like, did you get that name?
Yeah, no, I haven't finished Reaper of Souls, but I'm in Reaper of
Okay,
Souls.
so you got to the point where you would have gotten 6 spells.
Yeah. So now I can't even remember if that's right or not.
It is.
You did. Nope. Mic problems. There you go.
Hopefully I wasn't muted for too long.
No, I just noticed it. That's a valid point. Like, sometimes it just comes down to the field. Josh?
Yeah, I can run around with the control stick all the time and do whatever I need to do. Click, everything I need is on my right hand.
And that's actually my same argument too for the console, is that everything I need is on my right hand, which I can understand, using the numbers to activate the spells, and it comes down to controller preference, but I just like, on the console, that's all my right hand. Scott and I actually played a game that shows you how much that can be helpful.
Oh god.
We were playing Sports Friends last night. Have you ever played that or seen that? It's like an 8-bit game, but it's all these wacky sports. So there's like one where there's a ball tied on a rope, and you have to use your right stick to aim like a jousting pole, and use the left stick to move your body. And you have to keep moving your body to hit the ball across the rope into the goal on the opposite side from you, while another person tries to do the same against you.
But you also use the right stick to vault yourself up so you can kick the ball.
Yep. And we were playing this, and there's one game on there called like Hokum, and it requires 2 teams of 2. And me and Scott were sitting there, and there's a button to split the controller, so that way you hold the left side and you use the stick and all the stuff for you, and someone holds the right side and uses that stick and all that stuff for them. And me and Scott were sitting there, and we're fucking stupid, and we're like, we could probably do this. We could probably do this by ourselves.
Yeah.
And so constantly, all the buttons were you use your stick to move around the field, and then you hit either X or down, depending on what side of the controller you are, to pass the ball or to dash. If this was a football game, it would look like 12 Tim Tebow's on the team just standing still doing nothing, or one Tom Brady throwing a decent pass. Like, because all it was me and Scott controlling like one guy at a time, while our other hand just kind of instinctively went to edge.
Yeah.
So you see like 2 guys actually doing stuff, like trying to get around each other and throwing the ball and like tackling and stuff like that, while the other guys just kind of went.
Yeah, my
He's got
cycle
stuck in
was
a
stuck on
corner.
the ceiling the entire time. It's like, go this way.
And it's hard to split the brain between 2 people. So
I want to try this.
you should. We were playing it up at Silver Q. One of the guys that we know, Matthew, brought his PS4. It was actually a ridiculously fun game. It's free for PlayStation Plus members.
Nice.
Face. I would get into more console versus PC stuff, but I'm not sure if I can handle Scott anymore.
That just Mike's wrong.
I don't fault Mike for being wrong. He just doesn't know.
He doesn't know better?
I have a console. You can't tell me that.
Poor Mike. Oh, York.
I played Battlefield on console and PC. Like it better on our.
Yeah, you were gonna say console. Instinctively, you knew which was better.
No.
You're just such a hipster. You want to be right.
He doesn't look like a hipster. He's shaved.
Remember.
If anything, you look like a hipster with a fucking scraggly beard that you got going on.
I'm just saying, he wants to be a hipster.
How is that?
Everyone else who says console, you
Okay.
say.
You want to say hipster? I'm showing the picture right now that Brian Tracy drew of us, Red versus RT animated style. And you've got a little hipster mustache. That's how people perceive you. Here's the close-up on it, right here. You can see in the face that he's just got like a little wispy mustache, and he's got this half stoner look, like, all right, bro. Anyways, we gotta wrap this up. Mike, you're our guest. Where can they catch you? Can they catch you on Twitter if they want to send you a message? You can be like, console's better, or get some of the PC elite to back you up.
Yeah, it's at mgibson2020.
Perfect. Scott, where can they catch you?
At New Bill Scott.
Josh?
Man must evolve. Everywhere.
That's true. That's one of your gamer.
That's it.
If you want to play video games with the Josh Haynes, maybe you can hit him up on the Xbox.
I won't play games with you.
He's a very selfish person. That and Diablo is like one of the few multiplayer games I've actually seen you play. Like usually you're a single player guy. But maybe you can get in party chat harassing him. You can catch me at the main CogStop Twitter at cog_stop. Also make sure to check out our Facebook at facebook.com/CogStop Productions. Check out our YouTube, which you're watching now if you're being good and watching our videos and liking, subscribing.
Stop playing favorites.
I'm not playing favorites. I love the audio people too, but the audio people have to listen through like iTunes, Blueberry, Podkicker, like YouTube. YouTube is just fun.
What if it's not through YouTube? What if it's just linked? They embed the video somewhere.
Mother of God.
Did you just inception YouTube?
YouTube can
It's a video
inception
inside.
stuff.
Yeah, it's a video inside of a video. This is all actually just another fucking PewDiePie video. It's just way longer and they slowed down the audio so you can actually understand what the fuck's going on.
That's not as funny.
And it's not, well, no, it's funnier. It's funnier. I refuse to let him win. It's funnier.
First video is what? How many million views for PewDiePie?
His first video?
Yeah.
Wait, it got a few million views the first time he posted it, or
Yeah.
now because he's popular?
No, he became popular
Because
overnight.
of his first video, yeah.
Yeah.
Signing off, join us next week with Michael, Scott, and Patrick. Farewell, folks. Hi, don't forget to check out our other videos, otherwise I will be forced to use this shitty laptop webcam to record all future videos. Really, it's awful. It's grainy. It's awful and grainy. Please watch.